All right, MMA fans, the PFL 2022 light heavyweight champion is here, Rob Wilkinson. Hello, sir. Welcome back on Sherdog. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thanks. How you doing?
I'm fine as well. I noticed that you still have the stash, and I'm glad to say that money didn't change you. I'm glad to see that, honestly, though.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just kidding, of course. But jokes aside, I'm glad to see you here again. You are currently on a six-bout streak. Man, how do you feel?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, last week was something I've been looking forward to. Last year was something I've been looking forward to for a very long time. After getting released from the UFC, it was hard to get fights booked, and it was almost 5 years for me to get back into a big promotion on the world stage, or about 4 years. So, I was working hard throughout that time. So it was just awesome to be able to, fight for the PFL, fight on a big promotion, and show what I was capable and show what I've been working on over the last few years.
Six-bout winning streak. Your latest loss dates back to 2018, and it came at the hands of former UFC champion Israel Adesanya. That's quite an accomplishment on my list.
No, yeah, thank you. No, I feel much better at this weight class, and I feel very good going to this year as well.
Um, your latest performance, you defeated Omari Akhmedov, and you showed the world why they call you Razor. Man, that was, quite, you deliver quite some vicious strikes during that fight. That uppercut was money all the time. Were you expecting, right, for him to dive and to attempt to take you down?
Yeah, well, that was part of the game plan. We thought he would try and wrestle me and take me down, as well as being the taller opponent that those shorter guys are normally there for that uppercut. That uppercut was there all year last year. I got my first round fight. I dropped in the tournament. I dropped Brucey with that uppercut as well. So yeah, that was something we had been working on and definitely looking forward to using in that fight.
And of course, I guess that you will be showcasing it again this year.
Yes, hopefully that will be landing as well.
Are you already back in the United States?
Yeah, I got back here about 5 weeks ago now for my camp. So I've been back in Denver for 5 weeks.
I recall that you told me last year you spent almost all year away from your family. Is this year the same situation for you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. My girlfriend, she can come over for maybe when she can, but last year she was here for about half of it. Hopefully she can do something similar again this year. But yeah, I'll be here most likely until the end of the tournament. I was thinking if there was a big break like there was last year between the semi-final and the final, maybe I'd be able to fly home for a couple of weeks. But yeah, the training here is awesome, and it's just good. Like, I've got no distractions. I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to train and win these fights, and I've got no distractions outside of that. All I do is pretty much eat, sleep, and train. So it's good for fighting.
What is going on at Factory X? I mean, Josh Fremd, he won in his latest fight, and he gave you this shout out saying that nobody is hitting him harder than you. In the post-fight interviews, he said that.
Man, we've got a really good team here at Factory X, and we've got a lot of bigger guys, which is often hard to get. We've got Josh Fremd, we've got Cody Brundage, we've got Dustin Jacoby, we've got Anthony Smith, we've got myself. So all of us training together, it's unreal. Zach Cummings is back here as well. So we've got a lot of big guys, a lot of high level guys, and I mean, when you've got that many good guys training together, all similar sizes, as well as Mark as the head coach, we're gonna keep improving and getting better, and you kind of see that with all of our fights.
But you and Fremd happen to spar very often.
We do spar a bit. Yeah, we all mix it up. So yeah, we're sparring. He hits me hard too. Don't worry, it's not just one sided.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And what's about being the first PFL champion from Australia? What does it mean for you?
That's amazing. And you know, I kind of said last year, you know, winning the world championship, no one can ever take that away from you, and as well as, you know, being the first Australian to ever win it. And this year we've got a couple more Australians in the PFL. We've got a welterweight, Shane Mitchell, fighting from Australia in the PFL tournament, as well as we've had some people on the contender, or the challenger, sorry, and as well as some female fighters coming up as well. So it's exciting to see more and more Australians fighting in the PFL. And I've heard rumours they might think about coming to Australia next year. So that'd be cool.
How did you celebrate your victory last year?
We actually hired a little. We went to a little pub near MSG. About, I don't know, it might have even been close to 30 of my friends from Australia had flown over for the fight. So there was quite a few of us, and we just went to a small little dingy pub, which is kind of what I like, with a pool table, and ended up staying up until early hours of the morning, which I hadn't done for a very long time. But we stayed in New York for a few days. Went and watched some sport, went and watched some ice hockey and some basketball. And then me and my girlfriend went and had 2 weeks in Mexico, just pretty much sitting on a beach doing not much apart from eating.
The broadcast showed a few people with the stash, celebrating your victory. I guess they were your fans, right? Your team.
Yeah. So my girlfriend Paris actually bought a bunch of fake moustaches to give out at the venue, as well as obviously all my friends and stuff who all had them on. So that was one of actually my favorite moments after the fight, looking out into the crowd and seeing all of them with their fake moustaches all cheering. So it was a very special moment for me.
I can guess that. And of course, it was a very special occasion for you and a well-deserved victory. Right now, you are scheduled to take on a former UFC fighter and former UFC title challenger in Thiago Santos. You two will collide on April 1st. How are you preparing for this fight? What do you expect from Santos?
I'm very excited about this fight. I remember when I found out that he signed with the PFL last year before I won the title, and it's a good. I was excited because he's a big name. He's a big name, as you said, former challenger of the title in the UFC. He's been in the top 10 for years. He's been fighting pretty much the top 5 guys in the world over and over and over again. So it's a really good chance for me to show how good I am and actually start getting, some of those rankings and some of that respect of being one of the best light heavyweights in the world. And I think I'm going, I'm just getting better and going into my prime, and, no disrespect to him, but I don't think he's the same fighter he used to be. I think he's still very dangerous and he's still very good. Like, he's been fighting, as I said, the top guys in the world. But I want to go make a statement. I want to go finish him and make it look easier than any of these other guys have been doing. So, if I can go put him away early, make it look easy, that's a big statement. The last person he fought was Jamal Hill, current UFC champion. He did pretty well. It was back and forth fight. He won some rounds and ended up getting finished in the 4th round. So, in my mind, I go finish him early before that, make it look a lot easier. Then, that's kind of showing that I'm the best fighter in the world. I'm the best light heavyweight in the world.
You finished your latest 6 opponents. You are currently saying that you are going to push for a finish in your upcoming fight. Do you see that happening in the 1st round, 2nd round, 3rd round, or is something that it doesn't really matter to you when it comes?
It doesn't matter too much to me. I think when I'm in there and I see them, if I hurt them or see an opportunity, I kind of jump on it. My record shows that with mostly finishes, mostly in the 1st round. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if I put him away early. But at the same time, I know he's a very tough and experienced opponent. So I'll be willing to go out there and, push him, and whether it's breaking him in the 3rd or finishing him early in the 1st, it doesn't matter to me, as I just want to get that finish.
Well, Rob, hopefully your plans, everything will go according to plans. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time today. Do you have any last messages before I let you go?
No, I'm all good. Just tune in April 1st and watch the fights.
Thank you very much and best of luck.
Thank you, Ad. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.